Our Executive Director of the Sanneh Institute, Professor John Azuma, is advocating criminalizing witchcraft accusations as a way of deterring persons from attacking and lynching innocent citizens. Currently, there are at least 500 women in witch camps across the regions of the north, prompting a call for action amidst concerns of inhumane treatment of these individuals. Joining me in the studio is Professor John Azuma. Thank you for joining me. I know you've been doing a lot of work in this space, especially the research that has precipitated in the forum, which we're having 3FM in collaboration with your institute. Tell us about the key findings.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. And we did the research after the lynching of our mother, Equia Dente, last year. Everything went quiet after a few weeks, and we decided that we were not going to keep quiet. So we went on the ground, we did some research, and we did find some startling revelations. First of all the witch camps are all in the northern region, the former northern region, which means that it's now in the two of the northern and the northeastern regions. That is where all the witch camps are. We visited all these places. We spoke to the victims. We spoke to the traditional priests. And the witch camps are all around shrines, where the sacrifices are performed, which in legal language is called trial by ordeal. And it's going on in these shrines. And we've also found that there were about 539 victims who are accused. 96% are all women. There are a few men, and the men, when they are accused, they come with their families, but the women are not allowed to come with their families. They come alone. Sometimes they get a grandchild to come and stay with them to help them. We also found out that most of the victims in the camps, in the 5 camps, are from 2 ethnic groups, predominantly from 2 ethnic groups. About 53% are from the Konkomba ethnic group, and about 41% are from the Dagomba ethnic group. So that if you look at that 2 ethnic groups, about 95% of the victims come from these ethnic groups. It doesn't mean that the other ethnic group, there are no accusations. There's a lot of accusations in the other places, just that the victims don't get to go to the camps and to stay there. The other finding that we also saw was that that was also very startling, is that nothing has changed on the ground since the last time.
So what kind of recommendations, for example, and the call for action now, what kind of action do you expect to see?
One of the key actions we are calling for is passing of a legislation that will criminalize witchcraft accusation. We are not pretending that the legislation will be a magic bullet to solve the problem once and for all. But it will give the police, the security forces, the legal system some kind of tools to work with. And when people are made examples of, 3, 4 people are arrested and prosecuted, the accusations will go down. The accusations are so arbitrary. They are so dangerous. When somebody is accused, even when they are not beaten or lynched, the stigma they live with for the rest of their lives. And their livelihoods are destroyed. So we are calling for legislation. Other jurisdictions have passed legislations. In Europe, they had witchcraft hunting for about 300 years. They passed legislation about 18th century, and today you can't accuse anybody of being a witch in Europe. We have to do the same and not wait for another Equia Dente to happen before we take action.
Thank you very much. Professor John Azuma is the Executive Director of the Sanneh Institute. They, in partnership with 3FM, organized that particular forum to mark 1 year since the gruesome killing of 90-year-old Equia Dente in Kafaba. And